Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Evening, everybody, in CapriSun 2019. We are in World 2. This is a no sunflowers run, which includes Puff-Shrooms. Those also count as sunflowers. We can't use those. All we really need for this is Puff-Shrooms. Everything else is just... yeah. Now that it's nighttime, you need sunflowers more than ever. Are you sure you want to play the level without them? Yes. This might be a challenge that has, like, existed for a really long time or something, and I just never knew. I've just never seen a video about it before. I'm kind of surprised, really. Well, we need to get these planted. Because the whole point of this level is you don't get sunshine from this. There are no sunshine drops. At least during the day, you get the sunshine randomly falling from the sky, but in these levels, you got nothing. You got the 50 that you start with, and that's it. And that's all you got. So you can either use that for... I don't know, like the random walnut. Oh my god, here's another fart. Holy shit! How in the world? That was the longest fart! Oh, I already smell it. Oh my god, this video is horrible. Nobody's ever gonna watch this. Like, how? Oh my god. That's... why? Why do you get such big farts like that? When you're recording, you know? You just pick up the... Dang, man, that was huge! It's like one of the biggest farts I've had in this year. I don't even know anymore. Anyway, lucky for us, if there's no sun on the night levels, we do have the Puff-Shrooms, which cost 0 sun. So the strategy for this entire... like, basically for the entirety of World 2 here, is just going to be to plant Puff-Shrooms in mass. And moss. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And there's gonna be the occasional stickler here, like these guys, gonna come in and start running like they're on amphetamines or something. There he goes. He's on amphetamines. As long as you have 3 Puff-Shrooms, you're okay. We'll put him a little further back here. Although I guess there's no reason not to put him up front, but... well, the thing is, you want to give him plenty of time to start firing. You know, you want the zombies to be taking damage for as much time as possible before they get to the first one. So starting on this row is probably the ideal way to do it. But as we've seen before, if you've watched my other playthrough, I don't mean to keep referencing that, but yeah, you could basically just about beat the entire first 4 levels of this just with Puff-Shrooms, because they're just that powerful. And what's more, on future levels during the day, we can use Puff-Shrooms to stall the zombies. They won't do anything, they'll just sleep during the day because that's what they do. But you can still use them to stall zombies, which will be a huge strategy moving forward, I think. Because I don't know how else we're going to get through World 3 without doing that. World 3, you're going to have 6 rows. Oh god, you're going to have 6 rows! And the lily pads. I don't know how we're going to do that. I'll try not to go, like, watch any videos or anything, because I want to learn this for myself, figure this out for myself. But still... this looks pretty good here, like, we're probably already set up to win the level at this point. And just sit back and watch the rest of it happen. But I'll keep planting, just because, you know. Also, we should start picking up our money here. This is like a new account, and I'm gonna have to start buying stuff. You know, like... well, like what? There's at least one thing that you do need to buy, I remember. Well, you can buy, like, extra slots, but I don't think you're really gonna need them. Ooh, look at that. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that ain't good at all. Let's keep this filled up here. Let's keep it all stacked up, man. Boom, 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 boom. Take a dump on toilet, smell like toilet. Anyway, I can't believe that fart. Holy crap, bud. Like, I've seen you pull some real humdingers there, but that right there... ah, well, there's Puff-Shrooms. Again, it's not gonna matter too much. I guess one other nice thing about this run, this kind of run, is, that you don't have to spend too much time thinking about what flowers to pick, you know, you just... I know. Just pick what you need and go, you know? Because you can't use much of anything, you know, with only 50 sun for the entire level. So, yep. It's a good thing we got these Puff-Shrooms then, isn't it? They're just gonna win all the levels for us. So in terms of gameplay, this is probably gonna be the most boring video in the entire series. Which is too bad. You don't want Part 3 to be the most boring video of the series. And Part 4? I don't know if this will be Part 3 or Part 4. We'll decide that later. Because it ended up being a little over 30 minutes, going from 1.6 to 1.10. So splitting that into two 15ers might be the smarter move, I don't really know. It's just, I don't expect people to take a half hour out of their day just to watch me, like, that's ridiculous. But on the other hand, I know some people like it. But at the same time, I just don't want to overwhelm people, because, you know, that happens to me a lot of times. Like, I'll be watching LPs, and I'll just think, okay, you know, like, I don't really have time today to watch everything, or anything for that matter. So I'll just put it off, but then the next day I have 2 parts to watch. It's 45 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of time, you know? So all it takes is to have 2 or 3 days in a row there where you got stuff going on. So you get like an hour and a half behind, and it's like, every day that goes by, it's another 20 minutes getting added on to that time debt that you're going to have to spend to catch up on the LP, and at a certain point, it just stops being worth it. You think, well, 2 hours. I just can't swing that anymore, so I guess I just... You know, you don't want to come back and try to watch it again to try to catch up, you know, eventually maybe you could, but it's like really hard. Like, even with LPs that I'm interested in, sometimes I'll just get a little bit behind, and then it's too much, you know, it's too much to catch up. Or whatever. So occasionally you get lucky and you have one day where it's like you have all the time in the world and everything. And usually for me that's not as much of an issue, but I watch so much YouTube, it's ridiculous. It's downright... I don't even think I have a word to describe it, it's just ridiculous. It's not like YouTube is my life or something, but I don't know, maybe it is. Well, I'm no rocket scientist. Oh wait, I am! Name that video. Like just yesterday I was watching Oh My Damn, because we went to Five Guys when I was in Atlanta, and I got a burger, and it looked exactly like the burger in that video. It was so good. Oh, it was beautiful. I think I already talked about that in my vlog. What am I doing? I'm ready to snack on some Doritos or something. Kinda want something sweet though. I don't know, chips, man. Sometimes chips are just nasty. You know, you need something more thick, you know, something more dummy thick. Something to really add to the thickness of your arteries, you know. Not really, but I suppose I should keep planting here. I think I'm a row back further than I normally would be here, but whatever. So there's like a certain mode in music for that. Where it's like do 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 do. Shoot, I can't sing it. It's like it's in a minor key, which is like do 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 do. But that's not how the song goes. It goes more like do 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 do, like that. So it's like it goes all major in the top half, and that's a different mode. But that to me was always just, oh, a minor song that uses fifth major chords is all that is. You know, you can still use that in a song without it being in that mode, because it would still be an Ionian, or I mean, well, Ionian minor, or is it Aeolian? No, it's not Aeolian, it is Ionian. But I think the point of the modes is more so to talk about, like, the feeling of, like, what notes you're using. It's not necessarily a way to categorize the songs as it is to express, like, this is how this song feels. It's just another way of wording. You know, and that's funny because I always talked about chords in music as having certain feelings. Like the fifth major, when you're in a minor key, I used to hate how overused that chord was. Because ever since Smooth by Santana, you know, it's the third chord in that song. And ever since then, it seemed like every other song that came out was using that fifth major with a minor scale. It was like using that as like the big chord that you're anticipating, the big hook in the song. It's that stupid ass fifth major. And anyway, I know most people probably don't know what I'm talking about there, but Because I remember one time, a really cringy time on the tape when I was singing, and I was kind of just humming a minor key to myself, and like all of a sudden I was like do 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 do, and I thought that was like some huge brilliant hook in the back of my head. I was thinking that, so I did it like twice in a row on the tape just to make sure that my future self could hear that hook, hear how brilliant I was at coming up with a song, even though I was just humming. Well, sometimes I just hate the way I think. Sometimes my past self, expecting my future self to be impressed by some stupid hook, and that's why I hate that hook. It's because other people are like me and they're stupid for the same reason that I was stupid. Because you can't be proud of your hooks, or else you're egotistical, you know? That's how messed up I am, I guess. I don't know. It's like if I'm not allowed to have an ego, nobody else is either. Of course, who said I wasn't allowed to have an ego? I don't know. Or whatever. Anyway. What was I even talking about anyway? Well, you were talking about like the modes in music and how they express different feelings. Because I always attributed the feelings to specific chords relative to what key the song is in, you know? The fifth major is like that weird chord in a minor scale that signifies that something's about to change or that something's weird or confusing. That's what that chord says to me. But I guess with modes, you can kind of express that feeling with an entire scale of notes rather than with just a chord. Because it's like the entire song is speaking in that sort of language. The language of confusion, or you know, like that scale that I was just singing earlier. So I don't know, it's a lot to think about, but it's really, really interesting. Because music being a language is interesting enough. Excuse me, but, you know, having, you know, different ways of being able to point that out to people, it's just awesome. Boom, 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 boom. So, I don't know. I gotta get a new keyboard, though. It's definitely all this time I've been spending with these musicians, especially at Coliseum, has really got me wanting to get that new keyboard. But one of the biggest reasons I kind of don't want to do that now is because I don't really have space for one in here. But pretty soon I will. So the way my living situation is right now, I live with my stepdad. And, it's a 3-bedroom apartment, so you got a living room in the center, 2 small rooms on one side, and a big room on the other side. And when I first moved here, my mom was still alive. So she and he took the big bedroom, and I just took one of the small ones, and then we used the other one for storage. So after she passed, you know, it didn't make sense to change anything really in that regard. So now he's got the big bedroom, I've got one of the small bedrooms, and the other room is still storage. But the problem comes with the living room that's in between. Because he spends a lot of time, like, watching TV out there. And so I don't want to come out there and, like, interrupt him, or I don't even want to, like, run the blender or anything because I, like, feel bad for drowning out the TV or whatever. So, in some ways, yeah, and I know it's more so because of my anxiety. It's nothing on his part. He's not doing anything wrong at all. But because of my anxiety, I don't like going out there because I feel like I don't even like streaming because I'm embarrassed about what I'm doing. I feel like he must think it's so stupid. Like, he's never said that it was stupid or anything, but I feel like he has to think that it is something. But I don't know. I don't know if that's what he thinks or not. So that's where the anxiety part comes in. When you don't know, you kind of just assume the worst, and that's part of why it sucks having anxiety in the first place, I guess. But anyway, so most of the time I spend it, like, cooped up in this room. I don't want to, like, go out there and start hanging stuff on the walls or doing anything like that, or playing video games or doing anything out there, so I just don't. The only time I leave my room is just to get food or a drink, or just to leave the house altogether, and that's the only thing, the only reason I leave my room. So it's kind of unfortunate because now it's like I'm paying half of the rent for an apartment and I'm only using like 20% of it. And it's hard, you know, because I really have no space. You know, sometimes it gets a little, like, mentally it just gets really draining. And I don't know how to deal with that. But the good news is that, yeah, well, I mean, shortly after Mom passed, he told me, like, he couldn't stand being around here because it reminded him of her. And I think he got over that a little bit over the course of time. But now with the 1-year anniversary of her death, May 28th, having just passed, I think he's being reminded of her again. So anyway, he found a place up in Michigan where the rest of his family is. And he signed on a lease for somewhere up there. So he's moving on July 1st. So as of July 1st, I'm going to be here by myself in this 3-bedroom apartment. So I'm kind of weighing the odds. Do I want to just stay here? As I mean, I don't need a 3-bedroom apartment. I'm not going to have any furniture or anything to really put in here. Except for whatever he leaves behind out of the stuff that he and Mom had together. So there will be some stuff, I guess, a little bit. I'll have like silverware and plates and things like that. I'll be fine. But at the same time, I can't help but feel maybe I should transfer to a 1-bedroom. The other option is maybe to find somebody to come live with me. There seem to be a lot of YouTubers that live around the Ohio area. And I don't mind so much, you know, living with somebody if it was somebody that was my age that understood what I do a little better. And could deal with me farting every 5 minutes. You know, man, that smells. What the hell, dude? Seriously, Butt, what the fuck is that? What is that nuclear-ass Holocaust waste? Oh my god, I didn't mean to say that word, it just kind of popped out, jeez. I can't believe I just said that, god damn it. I almost don't want to edit it, but, oh man. Because I don't want to get too PC here, but at the same time, like, that's really bad to me. It's not funny. Ah, that's not. Is that going to explode too soon? Here, let's stall in with one of these. Because you got the 50 sun, you're going to have to use it at some point, right? It's better to be a little bit safe here, I guess, until we have more mushrooms out so we don't have to worry. Because they almost got through on that last round. I was kind of talking and wasn't really thinking about what was going on. Also, these rounds are taking longer, so I may have to stop after 3 on this one. You know, but that's good. So that means more, you know, that means that this LP gets to go on for longer. Yay! No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, though. I had a lot of fun with that other LP. How in the world did that LP go on for 59 parts? Like, what the hell was I doing? Like, even if I only played 1 level per video, which I know I didn't, that would have been 50. What in the world was that? Well, I beat the final boss by part 18. So, how in the world is there that much content? I mean, I know there's other stuff to do in this game, but I didn't think there was enough to fill up 50 more parts. There was one where I just read the tree hints, I guess, and then there was something else, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, we'll see how it goes, but it's kind of weird to think that, you know, starting in July, I'm going to be by myself again, because I've wanted to be by myself for so long now. I mean, good news at this point here, we still have yet to use any lawnmowers. You know, and we might have to on this round, though. And the nice thing about the Puff-Shrooms is it's easy enough to kind of replant them once they've been eaten. Yeah, that group of coneheads was pretty bad there. It kind of got through a little bit, didn't it? Alright, finish them off, finish them off. Good job, little Puff-Shroom. Oh god. This guy got through here. Oh, I bet the Puff-Shrooms don't even do damage to a screen door. We're just gonna let the lawnmower take that. So give me a little bit of time to refresh the shrooms on this 4th row here. So we got one more round coming up. Oh, no we don't! That was it. Okay, never mind. Well, there goes our first lawnmower, first burp! Real quick, I want to check out the shop here. Wait. Next receipt slot, yeah, whatever. No, actually. Bummer, dude. I don't know if I've ever seen that dialogue before. I know there's something that you buy eventually. What is it, though? Oh, I've not unlocked the shop yet? Well, that's too bad. Okay, so I'm about to say goodbye, but here's one last fart. Oh, shoot, that's not a fart. Okay, see you later, bye.